KSNB.
You're watching News 4 at 6, where news comes first in high definition.
For the second time this week in Reno, a home is damaged by fire. The fire started at this home on Cardone Avenue near Kitsky Lane last night about 8:30. Residents told News 4 the fire started in the chimney before spreading to the roof and attic. While the home is heavily damaged, residents say they are happy to be alive.
Everybody got out safe, even the dog safe. So that's all. Houses can be replaced. Family can't. So.
Yesterday, another fire displaced a family of 6 on Auburn Way. A wire shorted in the attic, causing the insulation to smolder and then smoke. The Red Cross is helping the family find temporary housing until they can get back into their home. We wanted to know if the house fires are on the rise. We spoke to Captain Bonnie Terry with the Reno Fire Department. Terry says Reno firefighters have responded to 16 structure fires since the beginning of November. Investigators have labeled 15 of those fires as accidental. Terry says January is the peak month for home fires. She says typically fire crews respond to 37% of all structure fires during that month. Now, in 2006, firefighters around the country responded to more than 62,000 structure fires. Those fires resulted in 670 deaths and 1,500 injuries. Across the country, space heaters are responsible for 3/4 of all structure fire deaths. Captain Terry is warning homeowners, do not bring outside heating equipment such as a kerosene heater into your home, and be careful where you put those space heaters, and always make sure your chimney is clean before starting a fire.
The American Red Cross always steps in to help families displaced by any kind of disaster, and this year the Red Cross responded to 41 calls for help. So far this week, they've helped 9 people displaced by fires here in Reno. They say fires are common during the cold months because of space heaters, as we were mentioning, dry Christmas trees and extra outlets being used. Funding-wise, Red Cross spokespeople say they are always in a fundraising mode.
Last year, because that's what I have the figures for a complete year, is that we overspent the budget tremendously and had to go into our reserves. And then this year with the Angora fire and with the Hawken fire and the multiple shelters we opened, and we've had a number of single-family fires.
The Red Cross relies on donations from the community to keep its program going. They provide shelter and financial assistance for victims to help buy necessities.
Today, the Reno City Council secured more than $600,000 to help buy protective gear for the Reno Fire Department. The money will go to the Urban Search and Rescue Team to buy 100 breathing apparatuses. Now, the team is made up of 45 specially trained firefighters, which includes the water entry team and the hazmat response team.
A Carson City man who was injured when his condominium caught fire has died. Carson City Sheriff's deputies say 48-year-old Wayne Yawn died at the UC Davis Burn Center from injuries sustained in Saturday's fire on Salomon Road. Investigators say that fire started from smoking in bed.
Reno police are keeping an eye on abandoned property after Monday's deadly fire in a vacant Reno motel. The King's Inn in downtown Reno has been empty for more than 20 years. However, police regularly make code enforcement stops. In fact, it just passed code last month. Code stipulates empty buildings must be boarded up and fenced off. With condo projects popping up in downtown, law enforcement worry people will make their way inside empty buildings at night. They are working with some developers to mitigate safety concerns.
We have officers that go over the plans, and they'll look at those plans and say, hey, you know, you've created a blind spot right here. We need to think about that. What can we do to mitigate that?
The Montage is under construction across the street from the King's Inn. The property manager says the gate is locked at night and security patrols 24 hours a day.
They are messages of hope and inspiration, and they are on display for you to read. The messages are part of what the Reno Gospel Mission calls the Wall of Change. Today, they let people put up messages that offer hope. Most of these stories are from people who have been helped through random acts of kindness.
Lives that have been changed, addicts that are now recovered, homeless people that are back on their feet, anybody that's had a problem in their life that has now found a solution, whether it be through religion, whether it be through God, whether it be through a recovery program.
And if you'd like to see some of those messages, they are posted on the West Street Plaza.
Operation Turkey Drop has just about wrapped up for the night. The goal was to collect some 2,000 turkeys for families in our area. That's 900 more families than last year. They were off to a good start yesterday when the Nevada Guard dropped off $600 worth of turkeys. Tonight, though, we are still awaiting word for the final count, and we will get that to you as soon as we find out.
Well, clear skies out there today, but it is still plenty cold. Let's check in with Dave Finley for more on the forecast. And Dave, that snow in my driveway is not exactly melting away.
It's not going anywhere, and it's not like to, as we're going to stay chilly, but today particularly cold. Our high today was only 32 degrees. We had 33 yesterday. Let's show you those numbers and details. The sunrise and sunset are getting a little closer together and will by a little bit until the 21st. That'll be the first day of winter, but our high today of 32, 15 degrees below average for the date. 31 in Elko, 35 Winnemucca, and 33 for Tonopah. Las Vegas made 49. Not much happening. We've got a little band of moisture that slipped through the area there. That's a cloud pattern that dropped a little precipitation, but in fact, most of that evaporated before it could get to the ground. Tomorrow, well, we're going to try this again. We're going to push for a little bit warmer temperature tomorrow, all the way to 39. I know you have to be excited about that, Joe.
Getting crazy there, huh? All right, thanks, Dave. A man convicted of shooting out windows in Carson City and Douglas County faces some new charges tonight. David Killen had originally pleaded guilty to shooting out the windows back in October. Tonight, he has been charged with mail tampering. The DA says Killen went through mailboxes looking for gift cards and credit card offers. Now, that had us curious about mail tampering and even theft. During the holiday season, holiday cards tend to stand out because of their brightly colored envelopes, and sometimes those envelopes do contain gift cards or even cash. Now, we spoke with the Postal Service about what you can do to make sure that your gifts don't end up in the wrong hands.
We advise customers to check their mailboxes daily. As soon as your mailman drops off the mail, you should be picking it up right away. If you're going on a vacation or going to be leaving town for a couple of days, you need to notify us and put a hold mail on your mail so that we don't deliver it.
Maximoff says there really aren't too many cases of mail theft that are reported. However, she says if you want some more security, you can buy a locking mailbox just to be safe.
The man accused of raping a little girl and videotaping it was in a Las Vegas courtroom today. 37-year-old Chester Stiles waived an evidence hearing and was bound over for trial. Stiles faces 22 charges, including lewdness and sexual assault of a child under 14. Stiles will be back in court next week for his arraignment.
Security in Clark County schools is getting tighter. This after 6 students were shot after getting off a bus in northeast Las Vegas yesterday. 2 of the students have been hospitalized. The other 4 were treated and released. Police have found out all the students went to Mojave High School, and the shooting may have been related to a fight that had broken out there.
Some brave souls are braving the cold weather. Up next, we'll tell you why UNR students say they are not budging when it comes to the state budget. But first, stocks have recovered a little bit since yesterday's losses. Here's a quick look at how stocks fared on Wall Street today. Stay with us, everyone. News 4 at 6. We'll be right back.
Just 29 miles south of Reno.
Welcome back, everyone. Some students at UNR are protesting, that is, Governor Gibbons' proposed education cuts.
No budget cuts! No budget cuts!
The students gathered at the Joe Crowley Student Union Plaza today. The protest was organized by the Young Democrats, but it was open to all students, faculty, and staff. The majority of students say they believe the cuts will be a detriment to the university, while others think that these cuts are just what the education system needs to weed out wasted money.
Students could lose their jobs, their campus jobs, because we won't be able to pay them. We are going to be losing classes. We are going to be losing professors who don't have tenure. So it's just going to be all over the board.
It's a lot of fear-mongering at this point. I'm trying to make this sound a lot worse than it is. If it ends up crippling the School of Medicine, that's because they're choosing to cut in places that will do damage, not in places where the waste is.
Meantime, the ASUN Senate voted unanimously this afternoon in support of a resolution that encourages Governor Gibbons not to cut higher education. That resolution will be sent to the governor tomorrow.
Nevada bridges are topping the list when it comes to the safest bridges. A survey by Better Roads magazine says Nevada and Arizona bridges are in good shape. The survey found of Nevada's 1,800 bridges, only 4% were found structurally deficient. The national average is 24%. State engineers provided the data for the survey.
In light of a proposed truck stop at Interstate 80 and Robb Drive in Northwest Reno, today the Reno City Council defined exactly what a truck stop is. Some of the rules: truck stops can only be in areas zoned for industrial or commercial use, and it would have to be at least a quarter-mile away from residential and mixed use. Truck stops have to be within 1,500 feet of a freeway on or off ramp and must be at least 10 acres in size. There also must be a noise impact study performed, as well as measures taken to reduce the noise. Now, under these new provisions, the proposed truck stop at I-80 and Robb Drive would not fit the requirements.
More than 60 companies are being recognized for their efforts in helping the community. The Associated General Contractor celebrated the 10th anniversary of the Washoe County Contractors Auxiliary for the work done during natural disasters like floods. Now, what that means is the county can use construction equipment and materials during natural disasters.
And anything that heavy equipment can build or destroy or help remove and alleviate an emergency, whether it's Interstate 80 closing from a flood, whether it's fire where you need bulldozers, whether you need loaders in snow emergencies, or if buildings collapse.
Because of the auxiliary, the county saves money since it doesn't have to buy or maintain the equipment, and it's only used maybe once or twice a year. This auxiliary is the first of its kind in the nation. Well, while the rest of the country is either very icy or very wet, it's been pretty clear here the last few days. But what's up next when it comes to possible storms? Dave Finley has the answer up next in his Weather Plus forecast.
Win cash for the holidays. Wednesdays at the Silver Club. Always something good.
And now, your Weather Plus forecast with Dave Finley.
Good evening. Here we are in the holiday season. I can tell it's the holiday season because I'm ordering my lattes extra hot. It's that weather. Here is our Sparks Waterfront Marina cam showing you how the community looks over the marina. Looks Christmassy, doesn't it? Let's get to some numbers. The high today in Reno, 32 degrees, 35 Winnemucca, and 31 in Elko. Tonopah, you peaked at 33 today, and Las Vegas made 49. They are shouting with joy, 49 degrees. 29 now at the airport with the barometer dropping at 30, 31. We have a little breeze out of the south at 5 miles per hour, which pushes that wind chill down to about 22 right now. 25 currently in Winnemucca. These are statewide currents now. Las Vegas is at 46, 27 Tonopah, and 11 in Ely already. Quick check of the travel situation. All of the current major delays are in the east. Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston have been running delays in those locations, but LaGuardia is the one site still reporting delays. All the western hubs are on time, and the Reno Tahoe International is currently on schedule with all flights. Here's a look at our pattern now. We've got a little wave moving through the area that's brought us a few showers in the Sierra and dropping through the area. They've been so light. It has been virtually evaporating before it can get to the ground. We don't expect anything out of this. Way out in the Pacific, up in the Gulf of Alaska near the Aleutians, there are a couple of storms brewing. Now, those may be weather makers for us about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And about that time period, if we set up with a stream of those storms, that might be a substantial amount of snow. For the overnights, well, we'll be down around 20 degrees for the Reno area for the overnight, and tomorrow zooming up to 39, 32 Winnemucca, 34 Tonopah, and 26 for Elko. We'll have a slight chance of showers across the northern tier here, snow showers, and the eastern corner of the state as we get into Thursday. But for the local area, it doesn't look like anything but a few clouds and cold conditions. Hawthorne, 20 for your overnight, 42 tomorrow. Surrounding communities, almost all in the teens and a few single digits for the overnight. We'll see the Tahoe numbers here down in the teens as well, with just low 30s tomorrow. And notice these upper elevation temperatures are very similar to the ones in the valleys. We have some inversion going on here, so we are trapping some pollution in the downtown areas. Cold air trapped in the valleys. 37 for Verdi tomorrow, 38 for Spanish Springs. In Virginia City, you're high at 31 tomorrow after a low of 19. We must laugh. 6 will be the low in Elko. Tomorrow, as we said, a slight chance of a snow shower in eastern Nevada. We'll set it at about a 20% chance. Accumulations will be pretty small. Around the Tahoe Basin, Partly cloudy skies into tomorrow. Look for a little breeze to pick up by tomorrow afternoon, and that'll be out of the northeast to about 10 miles per hour. And we'll see that similar northeast flow in the Carson City area with a high of about 40. A little stronger inversion in the Reno Sparks area, so we'll cap that temperature at 39 tomorrow. A little breeze might help break that up late afternoon. As we go through the next couple of days, a weak system will clip the area late Friday, Saturday. Then that stronger set of systems moves into the picture Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll keep a close eye on that development. Shelby, that's the forecast. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Dave. Well, up next in sports, we'll go live to Lawler Event Center, where the Wolfpack is gearing up for a showdown with the University of San Diego. And we'll also introduce you to the News 4 Athlete of the Week. That and much more up next in sports.
Hi. Approve this message.
I know that I haven't spent. News 4 in high definition continues with Brian Samudio on sports.
Hi everybody, Brian Samudio live out here outside of Lawler Event Center in the cold, where the Wolfpack will be inside trying to continue their winning ways here at home against the University of San Diego Toreros tonight. Nevada comes into the game 3-4 overall. The Toreros 5-6 on the season. They lost to the University of New Mexico on Saturday night by 10. It has been speculated that Nevada head coach Mark Fox may shake up the lineup a little bit tonight at home against the Toreros. We will see. Tip off at 7 o'clock. Of course, we'll have highlights for you tonight on News 4 at 11. Boxer Joey Gilbert's quest to clear his name took a big boost today and a step in the right direction if you're in Joey's camp. Nevada Attorney General and the Nevada Athletic Commission have both dropped the alleged violation of Gilbert having methamphetamine in his system following his last fight. Gilbert originally tested positive and negative in the urine samples, but a recent test of the same sample came up negative again. Gilbert's camp is now awaiting results regarding his positive test for a steroid from that fight. A hearing with the Nevada Athletic Commission could come as early as January. Gilbert's attorney, Mark Chopper, released a statement to News 4 late this afternoon saying, quote, after confirmation by an International Olympic Committee testing laboratory that there was no methamphetamine in Mr. Gilbert's system, we are pleased that the Nevada Athletic Commission has rightfully dropped this alleged violation. He goes on to say, quote, this does not, however, change the fact that Mr. Gilbert's reputation was wrongfully damaged by what appears to be the negligent release of false information. We look forward to addressing the remaining allegations at the proper time and place. Switching gears, high school basketball season is in full swing here in northern Nevada. It's out on the hardwood where we find the News 4 Subway Athlete of the Week. Reno High guard Ramy Novacek has been outstanding so far this season. The senior guard led the Huskies to the High Sierra Winter Classic title over the weekend. The defending co-player of the year in the North is averaging over 10 points per game for the Huskies and tossed in 13 in their title game win over Douglas.
We're all playing really good right now, and we're coming together as a team, so that's really good. It's usually what the preseason's for, and I think we're all playing really well together.
If you know of an athlete that deserves recognition, let us know. Email us at sports@krnv.com. And finally, San Francisco Giants made a big move today, signing center fielder Aaron Rowan to a 5-year contract worth $60 million. Rowan expected to bat 5th in the Giants lineup. He batted .308, 27 home runs last season. But back out here live at Lawler Event Center, it's a chilly one outside. It's going to be hot inside. Nevada taking on the University of San Diego. Of highlights for you tonight at 11. Joe?
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Brian. There's more to come tonight on News 4 at 6. Stay with us. First, here's a check on your Nevada numbers. Good luck. We'll be right back after this.
Stylish prices.
Don't just give a gift. Give one that's always appreciated. A beautiful gift basket from Napa-Sonoma Grocery Company. It's easy to pre-shop online at nsbaskets.com and choose from Napa-Sonoma's great selection. Or stop by Napa-Sonoma for a great gift basket.
For 24-hour news and talk, tune to our news partner, 780 KOH.
Welcome back, everyone. If you have any questions or concerns, I'd like to know about them. Just send me an email at jhart@krnv.com. Be sure to put Ask Joe in the subject line. It can be anything about a story that's been in the news or something you'd like us to follow up on. I'll do a little research and find the answers for you, and we'll try to answer some of those questions on the air in our Ask Joe segment. Right now, let's check back in with Dave Finley and get the news about tonight, huh?
Cold. What a surprise. And tomorrow we're heading for a high of 39 degrees. As we go through into the weekend, not much change, some minor warming. Next week, a chance of seeing some precipitation with a couple of storms coming our way at that time. So you're holding your breath until big snow arrives again, you got a job ahead of you there.
It's too bad. It might as well snow as cold as it is out.
It is.
To get something out of it.
I know. We're really locked into a very cold pattern right now.
You can tell by Brian out at Lawler Event Center it was a little hard to talk when your mouth is frozen.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, that's it for us tonight at 6. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, and join us back here for more at 11.
Hey, man, don't bunt in line.
All right, I didn't see you there. Don't get all bunt out of shape.